Do you know that the Nigerian women's basketball team, the Tigers, has become the first African team to reach the quarterfinal in the Olympics in history? Yes, before this moment, no African basketball team, men or women, ever reached the quarterfinal. Impressively, the Nigerian team defeated Canada, even though Canada dominated the game initially. The Nigerian team quickly rebounded and took control of the game, ultimately defeating the world's fifth-best team, Canada. But how was the performance of the Nigerian team and who it will face in the quarterfinal? Welcome to a new episode of Black Afric Diary, a channel where we talk about Black African history, culture, arts, and civilization. It's a place where you will see the real picture of Black Africa, its stories, and the events defining it. In this episode, we will tell you about the historic moment when an African basketball team qualified for the quarterfinal, shocking the world. Let's get started. As the game approached, you could almost feel the tension in the air. Both teams were well aware of what was at stake. Canada entered the arena with the confidence of a team that had dominated the group stages, while Nigeria, seen as the underdog, was driven by the hope of making history. The atmosphere inside the arena was electric, with Nigerian fans decked out in green and white, passionately cheering on their team. Honestly, the excitement was unreal. The game began with both teams carefully feeling each other out, searching for any weaknesses. Canada struck first, with Kia Nurse and Bridget Carlton hitting early shots that immediately put pressure on Nigeria. But Nigeria wasn't about to be overwhelmed. Elizabeth Balogun, one of the team's key players, quickly found her rhythm, sinking 2 three-pointers that not only kept Nigeria in the game, but also gave the team a much-needed confidence boost. And this changed everything. Canada tried to leverage their size advantage to dominate the paint, but Nigeria's center, Palace Kunayi Akpana, was a force to be reckoned with. She made crucial blocks and controlled the boards, keeping the game close. The lead seesawed back and forth throughout the quarter, but Canada managed to hold a slight edge, finishing the first quarter with a 20-18 lead. At that time, most of the fans had made their opinion. Canada would win and Nigeria would lose, ending all hopes of any African team making it to the quarterfinal ever. However, they were wrong because, in the second quarter, Nigeria began to take control, especially on the defensive end. Head coach Rena Wakama made some key adjustments, urging her players to ramp up the pressure on Canada's ball handlers. This strategy paid off, leading to multiple turnovers that Nigeria quickly converted into fast break points. Ezina Kalu, known for her speed and agility, was particularly effective during this stretch, stealing the ball twice in quick succession and converting both steals into easy layups. The Nigerian bench and fans were energized, and the momentum started to shift. However, the strategy was to go offensive immediately. While Balogun continued to be a threat from long range, Amy Okonkwo took over in the mid-range, hitting a series of jump shots that stretched Canada's defense. Nigeria's ball movement was smooth and precise, creating open looks that Canada struggled to defend. By halftime, Nigeria had taken control of the game, heading into the locker room with a 38-35 lead. The momentum had clearly shifted, and Canada appeared rattled as they left the court. During the break, Canada's coach, Lisa Tomaitis, likely emphasized the need to regain control of the game's tempo. On the other side, Nigeria focused on maintaining its defensive intensity while continuing to exploit mismatches on offense. The third quarter turned out to be the most evenly matched part of the game. Canada came out of the locker room with renewed determination, focusing on feeding the ball inside to their post players to capitalize on Nigeria's smaller lineup. Natalie Achonwa, Canada's power forward, led the charge, scoring several tough baskets. But Nigeria wasn't backing down. Their defensive rotations were sharp, allowing them to contest most of Canada's shots. Promise Amukamara, one of Nigeria's key guards, was relentless in pressuring Canada's perimeter players, making it difficult for them to find open looks or drive to the basket. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please Please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black Africa. Let's continue now. Nigeria continued to spread the floor, with Balogun remaining a constant threat from outside. But it was Kalu who truly shone in this quarter. She controlled the tempo of the game with confidence, attacking the lane and either finishing at the rim or dishing out to open shooters. The highlight of the quarter came when Kalu stole the ball at midcourt, sprinted down the lane, and finished a tough layup while drawing a foul. She completed the three-point play, igniting a roar from the Nigerian fans and giving her team a crucial surge of energy. Despite Canada's best efforts, the third quarter ended in a deadlock at 58-58, setting the stage for an epic final quarter. As the fourth quarter began, the tension in the arena was thick. Both teams knew that the next 10 minutes would determine their fate in the tournament, but it seemed that the Nigeria team had already won the battle of the nerves. The confidence was giving them leverage. Canada struck first with a quick basket, but Nigeria responded immediately with a clutch three-pointer from Elizabeth Balogun, who was having an outstanding game. The fourth quarter was all about Nigeria's defense. They switched to a more aggressive man-to-man strategy, and Canada struggled to find open shots. Every Canadian attempt was challenged, and the mounting pressure started to wear on their players. As the clock ticked down, Nigeria began to pull ahead. It seemed the game was leaning toward the Nigeria team. The game's key moment came with about 3 minutes left. Nigeria held a slim 68-65 lead, and Canada had the ball. Kia Nurse, Canada's star player, drove to the basket, but Palace Kunayi Akpana made a critical block, sending the ball flying into the hands of Izina Kalu. Kalu sprinted down the court and dished it to Amy Okonkwo on the wing, who calmly drained a three-pointer. This shot extended Nigeria's lead to 6, and Canada never recovered. In the final 2 minutes, Nigeria took the game in control, sinking their free throws and making smart decisions with the ball. Canada, desperate to close the gap, started taking rushed shots, but nothing seemed to fall. With 40 seconds left, Balogun hit another three-pointer, effectively sealing the victory for Nigeria. When the final buzzer sounded, the scoreboard read 79-70 in favor of Nigeria. The Nigerian bench erupted in celebration, knowing they had just made history. The players embraced each other, some with tears of joy streaming down their faces. They had done what no African women's team had ever done before, reaching the quarterfinals of the Olympic basketball tournament. For Nigeria, the journey continues into the quarterfinals, where they will face another formidable opponent. But after this performance, De Tigres has made it clear that they are not just content with being here. They are here to compete, with their sights set on a medal. As De Tigres prepares to face Team USA in the quarterfinals, they know they are up against their toughest challenge yet. The USA women's basketball team is a powerhouse with a legacy of Olympic dominance, boasting 9 gold medals and aiming for their 10th in Paris. Their team is stacked with some of the best players in the world, including veterans like Jackie Young, Aja Wilson, and Brianna Stewart, all of whom have delivered standout performances in the tournament so far. Team USA's journey to the quarterfinals has been nothing short of dominant, easily defeating Belgium, Japan, and Germany in the group stages. For Nigeria, this quarterfinal matchup against Team USA is more than just another game. It's an opportunity to cement their legacy and continue their historic run. While the odds are heavily stacked against them, De Tigres has shown throughout the tournament that they are not to be underestimated. Their path to the quarterfinals was marked by 2 critical wins that secured their place in the knockout stages. Nigeria's defense has been particularly strong, with players like Palace Kunayi Akpana dominating the paint and Izine Kalu leading the charge on the perimeter. Offensively, Nigeria boasts a balanced attack with multiple players capable of scoring in double figures. Elizabeth Balogun has been especially impressive, providing crucial scoring from the wing and beyond the arc. However, the challenge ahead is immense. Team USA has consistently dominated Nigeria in past matchups, including a lopsided 146 victory during the Olympic qualifiers. To stand a chance against the USA, Nigeria will need to play a near-perfect game, Their defense needs to be airtight to contain Team USA's explosive offense, requiring discipline, effective communication, and constant pressure. Protecting the ball is also crucial, as turnovers could be disastrous, giving the USA easy opportunities to score on fast breaks. Winning the battle on the boards will be another key factor, with Nigeria needing to be aggressive in securing rebounds against the USA's taller players like Aja Wilson and Brianna Stewart. Additionally, Nigeria must shoot well from beyond the arc to stretch the USA's defense and open up driving lanes for their guards. Finally, composure will be essential. Nigeria must stick to their game plan and not be overwhelmed by the occasion or the reputation of their opponents. If they can keep the game close heading into the final quarter, the pressure could start to shift onto Team USA. This quarterfinal match is more than just a basketball game. It symbolizes the growing prominence of African basketball on the world stage. A victory for Nigeria, or even a strong performance, would inspire countless young athletes across the continent and prove that African teams can compete at the highest levels. For Team USA, this game is another step toward their goal of winning yet another gold medal. But for Nigeria, it's a chance to break new ground and challenge the status quo in women's basketball. The world will be watching, and regardless of the outcome, Nigeria's journey to this point has already been a significant victory for the team and African sports as a whole. What do you think? After defeating Canada, will the Nigerian team have the confidence to beat the USA? Isn't it true that the Nigerian team has already won the battle of the nerves against the USA? In the comment section right below, share your thoughts on which team you are supporting in the quarterfinal, USA or Nigeria. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on Black Africa, its history, rich arts and culture, and things the world should know about. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.